Welcome to the State of Wyoming Subject Matter Minute, where we cover a wide variety of subjects related to State of Wyoming employment. This information is for you and me, the state employee. From hidden benefits to systems and processes, we'll make your job easier by giving you the lowdown, the how-to, and hopefully entertain you a bit along the way. And now, today's Subject Matter Minute.
Hello and welcome to the Subject Matter Minute. Okay, I'm going to talk about my hip one more time. I promise this is the last time, okay? But there was something that I wanted to share with you guys, a couple things that I didn't before, okay? So when I was talking with my surgeon before the procedure, I was thinking that it would be pretty cool to keep the ball that they hack off the top of my femur. And, well, partly because I'd talked to an alley neighbor of mine who said a friend of his did that, kept it, and put it on a cane. And I thought, no, that's a kind of a fun project. So I asked. The doctor smiled and said that wasn't allowed in Colorado, naturally. He said he thought it was a good idea too, and he'd kind of fought for it, but it didn't happen. Then he smiled and said, so typically what I do is I just take them home and feed them to my dogs. I got a big laugh out of that. All right, and so one other thing I wanted to do is I think it's a pretty cool looking device, and I wanted to show you guys. Take a look at this. I figure when I die and I get cremated, my kids will have a really sweet weapon. I mean, look at that thing. Okay, that's it for the hip, I promise. Today, we're taking a look at a benefit that may sound familiar because it is familiar, but since we hadn't done an episode on it and there's a little update, we thought we should talk about it. The voluntary life insurance plan through Prudential. This benefit has been available to Wyoming retirement members for years, but after a short pause, it's being reintroduced with one small change. I'll get to that in a minute. I just dove right into this topic and completely forgot to thank my subject matter expert. Stacy West, a human resources supervisor with A&I, helped me get the information. Thank you so much for your help, Stacy. This is a voluntary life insurance benefit available to all WRS contributing members. Okay, it's issued by Prudential, administered by an outfit called Member Benefits, and available through the National Conference on Public Employees Retirement Systems, or NCPERS. Not information that's all that important, but them's the facts. All right, the plan is designed to give you guaranteed issue life insurance. Okay, that means no medical exams, no health questions, and you can't lose coverage because of age or health changes. Payouts start at a higher amount when you're younger, naturally, right? And gradually decrease as you age. But the premiums stay the same the entire time. All right, the cost is a flat $16 per month, never increases, like I said, regardless of your age. And that $16 includes four things. Well, there's other things, but four major things. One, group decreasing term life insurance. Decreasing, like I said before. Here's the coverage chart. Depending on your age at the time of the claim, the benefit ranges from $225,000 when you're under age 25 down to $7,500 for those of you who are age 65 plus. 2, accidental death and dismemberment, or AD&D. This adds up to $100,000 more for accidental death for most age brackets. 3, coverage for your spouse or domestic partner and dependent children. Okay, spousal coverage varies by your age up to $20,000, and dependent children are covered for $4,000. 4, student loan protection benefit. If you're 45 years or younger and you become totally disabled and have an outstanding student loan balance, Prudential may reimburse up to $50,000. All right, so what has changed? This is the part that's new, okay? If you enroll going forward, you'll pay premiums either by monthly automatic bank draft or annual direct bill. You can't do payroll deduction, okay? That's it, that's the difference. So if you already have this coverage from before August 2024, nothing changes. Your premiums will continue through payroll deduction just like before. Everything else about the plan stays the same. Same price, same coverage structure, and same benefits. So who can enroll and when? All active Wyoming retirement contributing members can enroll, okay? two scenarios: within 90 days of being hired or during open enrollment. Open enrollment happens every year from October 1st to November 30th. If you enroll during either of these windows, your coverage begins on the first day of the month following the first payment. There are a few other features worth mentioning in this program. If you become totally disabled before age 60, your premiums may be waived. You may access up to 50% of your benefit if you're diagnosed as terminally ill. And finally, coverage can continue into retirement as long as you're insured as an active member and keep receiving member benefits through WRS. You can simply have premiums deducted from your retirement check. Now keep in mind that at that point, usually 65 plus, you're only getting $7,500. So it's up to you to decide if it's worth continuing to pay for that or not. All right, so how do you enroll? You'll need to complete an enrollment and beneficiary form online. Here's the website. From this page, you can learn more about the plan by clicking on Plan Details, or you can complete the enrollment form online by clicking Apply Now. For questions, member benefits can be reached at this phone number or ncpers@memberbenefits.com. Remember, this plan is guaranteed issue, so no one's going to ask you about your missing parts or your plans to put titanium weapons inside your body. All right, so whether you're looking for AD&D coverage or just want to make sure the kids inherit something more valuable than a surgical grade dagger, read below. I'll see you next time.
You have been watching the Subject Matter Minute with Matt Nagy. Please help us out by subscribing. And join us next month when we'll cover another topic of interest for all State of Wyoming employees. Again, thank you for joining us on the Subject Matter Minute.